This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with Macklin's in Marbella. We're at the Manchester press conference here for Frampton versus Quig. With me, I've got the IBF Super Bantamweight champion, Carl Frampton.
How are you? Big man, good.
All good?
Yes, very good.
Second instalment today of the press conference. Equally as entertaining as yesterday's one.
Yeah, it probably wasn't as heated today. Was expecting them to say a few more different, I think them to attack me a bit more here in Manchester. But it was a wee bit more respectful, but obviously both still very confident.
You said you were surprised by your reception here today. You had some applause. So
yeah, it was good. I didn't hear one boo. Obviously, I got a few people were clapping their hands. I can't promise that that's going to happen tomorrow in Belfast. I hope that Scott gets the appreciation that he deserves as a fighter. I don't know how well Joe Gallagher and Eddie Hearn are liked in Belfast though, so it may be a different atmosphere for them too.
You've made it quite vocal about your dislike for Scott's trainer Joe Gallagher and also promoter Eddie Hearn. Where does start with Eddie Hearn? Where does this actually stem from, Carl?
I just don't like arrogance. It just seeps out of him. Anytime he opens his mouth, he's so arrogant. He loves himself. I don't like it. It's the way I was brought up. I've always hated arrogance.
Is this since you've left him, or is it?
Well, he always loved himself then, even when I was with him. It's not since I've left him. I probably, didn't really like him then. Obviously, there was a few things happened to make me leave, and I don't want to go into them, but I just don't like the man.
But obviously, for the sake of this fight, the teams had to sit down together to come to some sort of mutual agreements for this to be happening. So that's
well, it's of course, I didn't go and sit down with anyone.
Why didn't you go down?
Because I let my team deal with it, and I have trust in my team. I know they've got my best interests at heart, and that's a thing that you can't say about Eddie Hearn. He loves the green, he loves the money, and he'll admit it to you. He doesn't care about Scott Quigg. He just cares about the pay packet he's getting off this fight. He doesn't give a fiddlers about Scott Quigg, and he can believe that if he wants, but he doesn't care.
What did you make about his comments about actively trying to wind you up in the press conference?
I don't know he's trying to do that, but he did wind me up a wee bit yesterday, and I probably let the emotions spill out more than I should have. But if he thinks that that's, I'm going to do what they want me to do on fight night and go in and lock heads with Quigg and have a fight, it's not going to happen. That's the only chance he has of winning this fight. If I get stupid, it's not going to happen. I can beat him by standing in the pocket and trading with him. I could do that, but I can make it much easier for myself. And this fight can be easy for myself.
And obviously Joe Gallagher, the comments you made about Joe Gallagher about a dislike there stems from where?
Joe's just an idiot. It's nothing to do with being Scott Quigg's trainer. I think if you trained anyone, if Scott Quigg was with someone else, I would still see Joe Gallagher as what he is, and that's an absolute gobshite. I don't like him.
Is too much being made from your perspective on previous opponents, people that you've sparred, he sparred? Is that being taken?
I thought they would have brought sparring stories. They mentioned it yesterday. I thought they were going to bring it up because it's something. It's all stuff rumours and things that happened in the past, but there's so much stories. I don't know if they're true or not. I've heard about Quigg so much, but I'm going to show him respect. That happens in the gym, stays behind closed doors. I'm not going to bring it up, but whatever they want to fire at me, I've got 10 times the ammo if they want to bring that up tomorrow.
You've used that word rumoured yesterday and today, so the stories that they may have, are you saying they're not true about sparring?
I think they're trying to suggest I've been knocked out in the gym. I've never been knocked out in my life, so it's a rumour.
This is only day 2 of this build-up. There's 102, 103 days to go. How do you assess this period going? I mean, obviously the press conferences will end after Belfast tomorrow up until nearer the time, but you can lock yourself away and carry on with your camp over Christmas and shut out this media stuff.
Yeah, it'll die down a bit. Obviously, the fight's just been signed, and the media attention's always big at the start and the end towards the fight happening. So it's died down a bit, but I imagine it'll pick up again towards February. But it's something I'm used to. I'm used to a lot of media attention. Obviously, Quigg has been used to some media attention. He'll never have seen anything like this. So let's see how he deals with it.
Obviously, last year after was it last year or this year, the Czech thing on Sky Sports. From that point onwards, didn't believe that the fight would happen after. I mean, a lot of people didn't believe it would happen after that because that sort of aggravated you and your team. But you know, a lot has happened since then, and the bottom line is that this fight is happening, and all them differences have been put aside to a certain extent.
Yeah, for a while I believed the fight probably wouldn't happen, but I'm glad and thankful that it has happened. Simply because I want to settle a score and prove that I'm the best fighter in the UK and Europe, and that's all I'll be doing by beating Scott Quigg. It'll not prove him the best in the world, although they're calling this a unification fight. You need to go and beat Rigondo to prove that, which I'm willing to do after it. But this is about settling a score, and they talk about, you know, this is going to be my biggest payday. This is going to be Scott Quigg's biggest payday by a stretch. He doesn't get paid big dough. He needed me to get paid well. I could have went and fought Shingo Wake and made a lot of money. I made a lot of money in my last fight as well. It's not, I don't want to make it out to be all about money, but they're talking about that, so I'll talk about it too.
Obviously, we know that this fight is for your title, the IBF title, and also the super bantamweight WBA title. Is that a factor in it? If it was just the regular title online, would that have still interested you to fight Scott Quigg?
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have happened. The IBF wouldn't allow me to fight as a unification fight, and so Scott would have had to vacate his title.
Right, okay.
But Eddie's done something, and he's been elevated to the super duper champion. So I don't know.
Better for you though, isn't it, that those titles are online?
Well, it is. It probably is. But still, that doesn't make it fair, you know. But obviously, it's better for the fight. It makes it bigger. But it was still a big fight without that. It could have just been for my title. Scott could have vacated his regular one, and we could have still got it on.
Just finally, we're in the arena, obviously, where February 27th you'll be. You're getting a feel for, you know, what may be on that night.
It's a huge arena, obviously curtained off a bit here. It's good sitting in the change rooms and stuff. I know it's a while away yet, but it's good. It's good to be here and see it. I've been here before. I was here when McCluskey fought Khan, and I was with Matchroom at the time, sitting way up behind that curtain somewhere. I remember getting in touch with Matchroom. Can you get me a bit closer? I can't do that, mate. Sorry about that. So that's how Eddie treats his fighters.
Where were you sat up there?
Right behind that curtain. Couldn't see a thing.
You had a curtain in front of you?
Well, no. You know what I'm saying, big man. Come on.
Okay, what can we expect from Belfast tomorrow, Carl?
More people. Maybe a bit more hostile. I hope it's not really directed towards Quigg. Obviously, they put a few questions to the crowd, and most of them were respectful. There was a few idiots asked a few silly ones, but that's always going to happen when you go into the crowd. It's going to be maybe noisier. I hope it gives Scott the respect that he deserves, but I don't really give a fiddlers of how to treat Joe and Eddie.
One more thing I just remembered, you said in the press conference it would take you 30 seconons to sort Eddie Hearn out.
Yeah, less than 30 seconds.
Less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a big man.
He's a big man, but big. Look at the shape of him, you know what I mean? Big, soft idiot.
Alright, Carl, listen, thank you very much for Cypher TV, and we will see you in Belfast tomorrow.
No problem. Thanks, mate.
Alright, thank you very much.